To Naperville's Janet Faina, Armstrong was not only a skilled test pilot, but also a coworker.
He was so down to earth. He was really very unassuming. You really, if you didn't know who he was, you'd have thought he was just the guy next door.
She was an employee of NACA in the early 1950s before the group became NASA, and believes Armstrong's success in previous missions made him the right pilot for Apollo 11.
It didn't surprise me that Neil was picked to be the captain of the first moon landing because of his experience and his already proven ability to handle anything that came up.
Faina worked in NASA's Public Affairs Department for more than a decade, organizing information for the press.
We would sit with a tape recorder and a typewriter, and we were 15 minutes behind, but we would almost real time type that onto multilith masters that we handed through. This is really archaic. And we were sending a man to the moon.
At the time, NASA's motto was "Failure is not an option." America was in a space race with Russia, and NASA was trying to send a man to the moon before 1970. Faina still remembers when that dream became a reality on July 20th, 1969, on budget and 1 year ahead of schedule.
It was incredible. It was just incredible. We said, golly, that almost looks fake. I mean, it's so perfect.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Fellow astronaut Captain Jim Lovell commandeered Apollo 13 and knew Armstrong very well.
Neil Armstrong was an icon that represented the best in America.
Today's students have a hard time relating to Armstrong's mission as it happened more than 40 years ago. For teachers like Wabanzi's Stephanie Ribka, his passing is a teaching opportunity.
I think it was a great leap for us in science and education as well.
Apollo 11 was Armstrong's final journey to space, but he continued to work with NASA for many years, finally becoming a professor, businessman, and advocate for America's space program. Captain Armstrong's family released a statement after his passing. They say the next time you're outside on a clear night and you see the moon smiling down on you, think of Neil and give him a wink. Reporting from the Wabanzi Valley Planetarium, Sam Jones, Naperville News 17.